Welcome to another episode of the Complete Performance Exercise Breakdown video series, where I take different exercises, break down the form and technique, and teach you how to do it so that you get the best results and look the way that you want to look, but also so that you feel the way you want to feel, and you don't have aches and pains and continuous soreness. So today is a continuation of the squat series. Last episode, we talked about the counterbalance squat and how great that is for teaching you to stabilize the core through the squat pattern. Now, the next progression is into a goblet squat, which are one of my favorite exercises for my clients. The goblet squat is that next step up. You've learned how to brace the core. You understand how to keep your torso in the right position. Now, it's that next step in beginning to add load, beginning to add different variations for intensity, and to help you progress and get stronger, leaner, and build the lower half that you want to see. So let's get into a goblet squat. First thing that needs to be discussed is, do you use a dumbbell? Do you use a kettlebell? Personally, I don't have a preference. You can activate and tighten and set your upper body in the right position with both. So I have both here, but do what you can with the equipment that you have. So let's go. I'm going to use a dumbbell for demonstration. You're going to grab onto the dumbbell like a goblet. So you're going to hold on, put those palms of your hand underneath the top of that dumbbell, and you're going to tighten those elbows into your sides and keep that dumbbell close to your chest. Now from here, you're going to set those feet up in that comfortable squat stance for you. For me, that's just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. My feet are turned out just a hair, and from here I'm going to think about turning my thighs out and lowering my hips down toward the floor. Then I'm going to press through the floor to drive back up. Sit down into it and drive through. Now, big thing with this is the weight is pulled in, so you don't have to, or you're not forced to think about stabilizing that core as much. But think of that as the new challenge. You know that you have how to tighten that core. Now it's to use it. So at the top of every rep of these, I want you to think about re-bracing that core. So you're in that position, you're looking, your eyes are straight forward. Think about inhale to tighten that core, pull that rib cage down, and then lower into that squat. It's your preference on if you exhale on the way back up or once you complete the squat rep, but really think about squeezing, tightening that core so you can drop down into that squat with that nice neutral spine position. Now, couple of errors that I see with the goblet squat. One is we lose that core engagement, like I talked about. And as we sit down into it, we start to roll forward and the chest starts to come down. A few different corrections is really think about tightening those elbows into those sides. Other thing I like to do is have clients pick a spot that's straight out in front of them. That they want to keep their eyes in front of them, looking forward throughout the entire rep. If you have a coach or you have a workout buddy, have them stand in front of you. Ask them to tell you if they can no longer see the front or the chest of your shirt. Other thing that I like there that I see with the goblet squat is because the weight gets pulled in tighter is hips start to kick back a little bit more. We add load, we add some weight to this. So weight gets a little bit heavier. So sometimes we have this tendency to recruit and use different muscles that we're not necessarily trying to target. So what that looks like, what I mean is we're here, and as we start to drop down to that bottom, hips start to kick back this way, which really puts me in this forward position. And look, I can still see that position in front of me. I'm still chest up, but my hips have kicked really far back, and that's a long way for me to bring my hips up and back into that position. Best way I like to coach people to think about this. Think about dropping your hips straight down to the floor. If you have a bench, I don't love always using benches, but if you have a tendency to push your hips back, this is where that comes into play. Put that bench right just underneath those hips and lower that butt down to touch it. You don't want to go too tight in front of that bench because that's going to give you that room to push back. So there are the two common mistakes with goblet squats. Use it as a tool to add some heavier weights, to challenge yourself strength-wise, to build muscle, to lean out those legs, to grow your glutes, and build the legs that you want. So there's Goblet Squat. Find different ways to use it into your program. Use it with the counterbalance squat, but use these to help progress you into that next squat phase. Thanks for checking out this episode of the Exercise Breakdown. Look forward to next week's squat series video number 3.